From over 4 billion people in the world, you are searching for the one with just the right mind, eyes, curves, weight, and girth. One that won't say,
no.
Taco Bell gives me diarrhea. Taco Bell gives me diarrhea.
The morning stream. If you don't want the silver, you gotta take the lead.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to TMS. It's the morning stream for August 14th, 2025. We are one day away from my Korean brother's birthday. Everybody wish Matt a birthday. Happy birthday. At least we think it is. It was all 100% made up at the time. Nobody knows.
It was throw a dart at the calendar, basically, kind of thing. I mean, was it at least like the day that he was adopted, that you guys adopted him? Or?
No, we didn't get to pick it. It was
Really?
the orphanage picked it. Yeah.
It came on his Cabbage Patch Doll one sheet, basically.
Yeah, basically. They gave us like some information or paperwork that said what his birthday was, but they had no actual information about that.
Yeah. The Matt instruction manual is what,
Yeah, we all actually think he's a little younger. We have a theory that he's younger than his age, his official age.
Than his, yeah. Right.
I think he's closer to my age, but...
Wait, than the documented age. He's younger than his documented age.
Yeah. And they do that so arbitrarily, they kind of just guess when these kids were little at the orphanage. So I don't know if there's a scientific way to do this, like you get into a tree and count the rings or whatever.
Right,
you know?
Sure. Well, it sure was a rainy season in South Korea back in...
Yeah. I don't know how you can do it. Maybe there's a DNA test or something you can do that'll say how old a person is versus what we think he is. You know, I don't know.
We should ask Lizzo because she's really good at those DNA tests.
Oh, yeah. I've heard she sings about it a lot for sure.
She does, yeah.
You'd think if
she's
she was
100% that bitch.
If she's allowed to do that, then she must know. Brian, I heard some audio yesterday that I had to share with you as a fellow comic book fan.
Absolutely.
Yes. You don't hear Alan Moore talk much. He doesn't do a lot of interviews. Kind of people see him as a bit of a hermit.
He's a little bit of a recluse.
Yeah.
Or a recluse, if you prefer that
sure.
Pronunciation.
Unless you're talking brown, the spiders, right? Then those are definitely...
It's a brown recluse. It's a spider that just really likes to hang out with its fiddle shape on its back.
Little bastards. Do you not get bitten?
My mom claims that she got bitten by a brown recluse when I was a kid. And I'm thinking, you'd have like the necrosis and the skin falling off and sort of thing, wouldn't you, if that was the case?
Yeah, it's a good question. Is that a guaranteed thing if you get bit? I don't know how it works with those.
Know.
Maybe they I don't know. Maybe it varies. Or is there a treatment? Can you go straight to the sawbones and have them
ivermectin?
Yeah, put a little cream on it. I have no idea.
That's right. Rub some dirt in it. Anyway, Alan Moore.
Alan Moore. So he does this interview and he said something that stuck with me and I can't get it out of my head. And I'm going to play it now. And I think it explains a lot about where he is as a creative, sort of the genius. We hold him in that kind of esteem.
Sure.
But also why he's so don't make my stuff into movies. I don't like your adaptations. I don't like who owns the rights to my stuff, all that. He says this, and he really stuck with me. Here you go.
Comics, I would have to say, is one of the most sublime media in the world. It can do almost anything. I would also have to say that it is one of the most voracious and kleptocratic industries in the world. And until it's sorted itself out, I would probably advise you to avoid it. Wait until it has proper publishers who are not based upon a policy of rigorously robbing every talented person that passes through their hands.
Now, this is him saying this in 2025, which I think is significant because it tells me that the comics world hasn't changed all that much. There's a little bit more like the images of the world give creator rights. That's a huge step in the right direction.
It is, yeah.
But I think in like mainstream, like DC comic stuff,
it's
not
where
great.
The publisher owned the rights and not the creators back.
I think that's still true, isn't it? If somebody makes somebody new now, let's say they make a new villain in the Spider-Man universe. I don't know what that looks like.
we've got our buddy, Jerry Conway, who created quite a few characters, had a few characters under his belt. I guess Marvel owns those as opposed to, it's not a co-ownership.
No, he has no ownership.
Take those to
He has he has credit. You can say, Jerry Conway co-created the Punisher or whatever.
Right, but it's not but he can't take that to DC and say, all right, I'm going to start doing a Punisher comic for DC.
Mm-mm. I don't think he can go to Marvel and do anything. They have to hire him to do anything with it.
Yeah, right. And the the one I always think about is Todd McFarlane's Angela.
Yeah,
because she was a Spawn character that then moved to Marvel. Marvel,
they bought her, right, or something.
Is that the deal? Okay.
I don't remember the deal on that exactly.
But he probably got no money for it, or did he? Maybe he did because of his ownership in Image.
There may have been something to do with Angela was originally designed for something they were doing before they started Image, or
maybe
I don't know.
Maybe it was
I'd have to dig it up.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That always seemed like such an interesting one because seeing a character hop from one a modern comic company to another one. That happened all the time before, right? Human Torch technically, I guess it was just Marvel was under the original name when Human Torch was developed.
Oh, right. All the corporate bullcrap. Oh, the chat. Dr. Calhoun's saying that the Neil Gaiman created Angela and won her in a lawsuit. Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, Neil Gaiman did. Okay, I thought that was a McFarlane creation because it was part of Spawn. I guess not. Okay.
Well, I think it was originally Gaiman created it for Spawn, and the arc he wrote, but then that's interesting that I guess because it's in the Spawn. See, I'm guessing as much credit as we give Image, there's also issues there. There's just different kinds of issues
there too. Yeah. Let's not sleep on the fact of a new word that I learned that I pretty much can get from context, which is kleptocracy.
I love it. It's good, right?
Yes, a kleptocracy.
Yeah, I don't know. Can we call a government that? Probably. One that takes all the people's money.
We certainly can. Yeah.
Yeah.
certain governments for sure. Yeah.
Sure. Why not? Anyway.
Also, yeah.
Seek it out. Look for, just go out there on YouTube, do a search for, I can't remember how I found it. Somehow I was looking for something to do with Swamp Thing. And I can't remember how it happened, so I clicked through it. But I think if you just search for Alan Moore interview 2025, you'll find it. And there's way more to it. He talks way more than he's done in years. And it gave me a better perspective on the guy. I don't think he's so much of a hermit or a curmudgeon as he is he's just pissed at the industry.
And probably more aware than most people are about the inner workings of the industry too.
Yeah. I mean, he got screwed as much as anybody with his creations. He's considered one of the greatest creators of all time and doesn't get not just the financial credit, but certainly sometimes not the even credit for some of the stuff he's done. So, we all look at Watchmen and go, all-time classic, change comics forever. Yeah, but he doesn't get jack shit for that now. No. It's all Marvel all the time. Or no, DC in that case.
Or DC, right. Exactly.
They own it. Vertigo or whatever it was at the time. Brian, you got a story. Tell us a story.
Yesterday. Yeah, I did some Ubering yesterday afternoon. Ubering, ride sharing, whatever. I drove people around. I did my crazy taxi IRL.
Oh, nice. Did you play Offspring while you did it?
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing but Offspring on a loop. Come out and play.
Nice.
Anyway, coming close to the end of my day, and I dropped somebody off in Westminster, fairly close to my house. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do maybe one or two more. I'm not going to accept any rides that go out east. I'm only going to keep going west back towards the house. And while I'm driving my next to last ride, taking her back to her apartment, I get a new ride, and it's like, oh, okay, this one's pretty close to pick up. I start driving there. And as is the case sometimes when you are on your way to pick somebody up, you'll get a call, and it'll say Uber in the call. Yeah. And you answer, and there's a recording that plays for both you and the person calling that says, this is an automated message from Uber, or a recorded call from Uber. Don't give out any personal information, blah, blah, blah. Because they really, at that point, even though they're calling you, they don't have your phone number. They're calling into an Uber line. The Uber line is calling you. So neither me nor the person have each other's real phone number.
Right.
And
do you have real names, or just you don't have any of that?
I just get their first name. The passenger, I just get their first name.
Got it. Okay.
So I answer, and they say, "Hi, this is Jacob from Uber support. How are you?" I'm like, "Oh, good." And immediately the hackles on the back of my neck go up because, like, this is very similar already to how it started before. They didn't call, they called from the Uber passenger line as opposed to just a direct call from Uber. So I'm about 2-3 minutes away from the pickup spot, and he starts going, "Well, we had a passenger that said they were dropped off by an intoxicated woman. Now, I can tell you're not a woman, but have you been drinking, sir?" I'm like, "No, I haven't been drinking." Don't be, and I'm saying, okay, now I know.
You kind of knew, right? I mean, there's no way.
This is like right out of the playbook of what they did before when they at least got me to turn off the app and do all that stuff. I'm like, and so I'm already like, hey, it's kind of a dangerous place for me to stop right now. Can you give me your direct number so I can just call you, get to a safe place and call you back? "Oh, no, sir, we can't, you can't do that. We need to keep you on the line here." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And the whole time I'm like, okay, like I'm knowing.
It's fun to play along a little, right?
Oh my gosh, it's so fun. Yeah. So he says, "All right, so Brian, yep, looking at you right here, you're clearly not a woman. You're a bald man." I'm like, "Well, yeah, you can get that from the photo that comes up in Uber. And you drive, let's see, it's a gray Kia Soul." "Oh, yes, it is a gray Kia Soul." And I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't know that you can see that as well. Okay, I'm still driving towards the pickup spot. And he says, "Okay, well, it's policy that when something like this gets reported, we need to do we need you to turn off the app. We'll cancel the ride. Or you go ahead and cancel the ride, and then we'll find another driver for that passenger." And I'm like, "Well, you guys are Uber. Can you not cancel the ride?" He says, "Oh no, I work in health or safety, passenger safety, so I'm not able to cancel the ride." I'm like, "Really? Well, that seems weird that you can't cancel the ride." "Well, I'm not in a safe place to do that, so you'll have to wait until I get into a safe place." Like, "Oh, that's fine. Let's see." And I said, "And you're sure you're not a scammer, right? You're sure you're not a scammer?" And I'm finally calling him out on, "Oh no, sir, I understand. And you know what? We like that. We like our drivers to be diligent and recognize, but I haven't asked you for any personal information yet, have I?" I'm like, "No, you haven't."
You're about to.
But I know it's coming. And so I'm like stalling him, because if I can get to the pickup spot, then the timer starts, right? And after 2 minutes, he starts getting charged if nobody gets into my car.
Okay.
And so right now, at this point, whichever one of us cancels the ride, that person is already going to get charged.
This is like one of those movies where they're tracing the call, and if the guy hangs up at the right time, it'll end it.
There's a guy holding,
Yeah. Keep him going.
Keep him going a little bit longer.
That's great.
So, but they do this little trick where they figure out a place where they can put the push pin so you can't get close to it. In this case, it's in the middle of a lake.
Oh, yeah, you're not driving out there.
No, but it's a residential area where everybody around that lake has a boat or a dock or whatever. They can go swimming or jump off. This is Northglenn. It's really nice. And I'm able to pull my car into a driveway of one of these houses and get close enough to the push pin that, boom, the timer starts. Now, this is a 2-minute timer that counts down.
Yeah.
If they cancel the ride within those 2 minutes, they only get charged for the cancellation. But once it turns green, that means I'm getting paid more for waiting longer than 2 minutes to pick somebody up.
Right.
It's interesting. With Lyft, you have 5 minutes to get to the car and get in before you start getting charged. With Uber, you've got 2 minutes. You better be on your game. Better be ready.
I'm surprised those are so disparate. That's weird.
I'm too, because everything else between the two services is pretty darn close together. But that's a different thing. So,
right.
So I pull in this driveway and the timer starts, and he's like, "Okay, looks like you stopped. Can you go ahead and cancel that ride?" I'm like, "Well, I'm not really in a good place because my back end is still kind of sticking out into the street. I'm kind of looking around," and I'm telling them all this. kind of looking around to see if there's a more safe place for me to park, because right now, if a car were to come around this corner, they totally hit me, even though I'm in somebody's driveway, and I'm kind of worried that they're going to come out and start being like, what are you doing in our driveway?
Yeah.
So I'm waiting. Yeah, it's still stalling. Ooh, not really in a place that I can do it. He says, oh, well, all right. Well, so here's what, go ahead and cancel the ride and then turn off the app. And then let me get your phone number so we can just give you a call on a direct line.
Oh, there it is.
I'm like, now, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You said you weren't a scammer, but you're clearly asking me for personal information. And so I say that to him, and he says, yeah, well, you look like a... And he uses a homophobic slur.
Oh, well, there you go.
On the show.
That comes out. Yeah.
That kind of seals the deal.
Yeah.
Cancels the ride with 3 seconds left before he starts getting charged.
It always does come down to they're just the worst people.
They really are. They really are the worst people.
Worst kind of people, man.
Yeah. They're, they can't just scam you. They have to be
the worst.
The worst. Exactly the worst.
Damn, dude. Well, good job, though. I love that. Keep them on the line. Keep them going.
So I got $3 and I wasted about 8 to 10 minutes of his time. I just wish I could have gotten more out of him. I mean, he was watching that timer just like I was, and he wasn't gonna do anything. And then, BioCow, absolutely 100%. As soon as that happened, reported them. Reached out to Uber support. They're really good, by the way, and said, yep, here's the information. Here's the drop-off point, pickup point. They're able to look and see what the order is and immediately cancel that person's account so they don't do it to anybody else, but also like track the phone number, the credit card, or whatever. So I don't know what they do on there
guys.
Then, but yep.
F those bastards. Good job. I'm glad you didn't. I mean, obviously you're prepared for this sort of thing.
I'm prepared. I want more of them to call me because I may not get as much as I do for a regular ride, but I still get some money back for the fun.
Yeah, and you're chilling, you're having a good time sitting there,
It becomes a game like where I can say, okay, the push pin is in the middle of that warehouse. Yeah. What's the closest point I can get to that warehouse to get the timer started?
I love it. All right, well, that's awesome. Anyway, so beware out there, people. Beware.
That's right. Don't try and scam me, chumps.
Jerks. It's time for a little bit of news, and turns out it's brought to you by...
It is brought to you by Coverville today, happening earlier than usual because, well, I'll tell you why in a second. But Steve Martin is turning 80, and Isaac Brock, who's the lead singer of the band Modest Mouse, is turning 50, or turned 50 last month. So it's time for me to do a little double cover story featuring music of both artists. Yeah, Steve Martin has done a lot of music, both... his originals. He was the first, he and Steve Martin and Chevy Chase were the first people to record My Little Buttercup, even though that sounds like an older song that's being, they just happen to cover for Three Amigos. It was written by Randy Newman and Steve, Marty, and Chevy were the first people to perform it. But that song he did for the Jerk with Bernadette Peters, that was not originally by him, so you'll hear a cover of that as well as some Modest Mouse covers. It's going to happen right after TMS today because since the Nunnellys are in town, they managed to snag a reservation today for Casa Bonita. The people that they were visiting couldn't make it, so they invited Tina and I, and Holly, we're going to go.
Hell yeah. Get in there.
A little Casa Bonita which is why I'm wearing the Mexican Day of the Dead Hawaiian shirt today.
Welcome, partner. You look like you could use some quesadillas.
Looks like Dad got custody this weekend. How about some nachos?
Well, that's awesome. We have time for about a story. Let's talk about the breast milk flavored ice cream. Now, this isn't it's come up before. We've talked about the idea of this in previous episodes, years ago even. But this is one you can actually go out and get now. And we finally made it to market. There's a new ice cream available nationwide. If you haven't tried this, well, maybe it's been since you were a baby. Who knows? Frida, the parent company, and Oddfellows, a small batch ice cream company based in New York City, have partnered to release a limited number of breast milk flavored ice cream pints nationwide. So you can get it anywhere with actual human breast milk.
Yeah, terrific.
Yeah, somebody can get a handle on these. We'll try it on the air. I'd try it.
Well, it says breast milk flavored ice cream.
Let's see. Let's say they launched the breast milk flavored ice cream earlier this year, and understandably, limited edition got a lot of attention. Now the viral flavor. I'm trying to see if they can tell if it's real.
Yeah.
To address the elephant in the room, no, Frida and Oddfellows breast milk ice cream is not made of real human breast milk. Oh, shit.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, then there's no fun in that.
There's a little bit of fun because you have to picture a dude in a tasting lab who's like, let me try the ice cream again. No, let's.
I almost more scared of a thing that tastes like breast milk instead of the actual thing. I don't know why.
Sure, yeah.
I don't want to think about how they had to make it. I do love that guy though. I haven't seen him in a while. That guy.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry,
he's amazing.
Sorry for triggering people's misophonia. By the way.
Oh, is that a trigger to do that?
Yes, that eating sound, that slurping, drinking sound for sure. Yeah.
Interesting. I did not know that. All right. Well, guess what? That's the news. It's time for Wendi.
Some good news.
And we're going to play her thing. If I can just find it. Where did I put her thing? There it is.
You want therapy equipment? Therapy equipment I got.
That's right. Hey, everybody. It's my sister, Wendi. She is our Therapy Thursday expert. She comes on here every Thursday and talks about stuff that you might find helpful in your own personal life. Wendi, hello and welcome back.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you guys?
How the heck are you?
Oh, doing well.
Yeah. Last time we talked, you were in a car. You sound like you're in a nice warm place today.
Yeah. That car happened to have its check engine light started blinking last night.
Uh-oh.
So I'm in the thick of trying to figure out. You have to. Do people know this? I did not know this. You Google that real quick, and it means don't drive it.
the check engine light.
Yeah. If it flashes. If it flashes, it means you're gonna rip through something and cause more damage.
I didn't know that.
When that came on in my Kia Soul, I pulled over. I opened the trunk. I'm sorry, opened the hood. That was my first problem. I checked. The engine was still there. Said, okay, I've checked the engine. Got back in the car and drove off.
I mean, it's just telling you to check it.
I did what it asked me to do. It told me to check the engine, and it was still there.
So did you? You did the right thing though. Pulled over, figured it out.
Yeah. Well, we were very, very close to home, so we just gently drove in, and but it has to be towed and fixed. And we are currently 4 drivers, 2 cars. Now we're 4 drivers, 1 car, and everyone needs to be everywhere at once. So
of course.
A lot of bike riding now in long distances is happening. So
at least the weather right now is good for that sort of thing, conducive.
And their kids, they're just fine. Yeah. But that's why I'm a little discombobulated because I just got off the phone with people.
Oh, that's a lot of fun.
I'm here.
It's not still your Subaru, is it? Or is it a different car?
My Subaru. That's so old.
I know, but that thing lived forever.
Why
it never.
Did you bring that up?
I know you're sad. I know. and you're not even like the stereotype lesbian lady that owns one. You know what I mean?
I love a lesbian in a Subaru. That's the best.
The best. Great combo.
In back, there's
it's a requirement in Boulder, Colorado, by the way.
Yeah, you have to be a lesbian to do it.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you're in a snowstorm, you will notice the only cars off the road are not Subarus.
Yeah,
they're the best.
Yeah, no, they're awesome. They last forever. Subaru, Honda, and some Toyotas. I just think, if you want your car to last forever, you just kind of stay in that zone.
Yeah, just stay in the lane of the whatever they are. Anyway, so thanks for letting me get that out.
No worries. Now that that's out of your system, we can dive right into this great email you sent me. This is, I think, a pretty interesting one, and it is from Jay in Oregon, who says, "Hey, Scott, Brian, and Wendi, I've been trying to break a couple of bad habits and start a few new, better ones. Nothing wild, just like going to bed earlier and actually drinking water like a responsible human being. But every time I start strong, I somehow slide back into my old ways. Case in point, I tried replacing my nightly eat a whole sleeve of cookies while scrolling TikTok ritual with read a book and have some tea ritual. 2 nights in, I was back to my Oreo and algorithm combo like nothing had changed." I really like how this person writes. This is fantastic. Why is this so incredibly hard to change this habit or habits like this, even when you really want to? Is it just a willpower thing, or is there some sneaky brain wiring at play here? Would love to hear Wendy's take, and if Scott and Brian have any bizarre life hacks, I'm all ears. Thanks for making Thursdays and mornings in general way better, Jay from Oregon. Boy, do I feel this one sometimes. This one hits home. For me.
For sure.
And there are days like where I'll justify this because I'm like, today was hard and I'm all spent and burned out. I deserve
this sleeve of cookies. Or,
you kind of think you do. You talk yourself into it like, I deserve to sit here and eat a pint of ice cream and watch bad TV, when really you really don't. You should probably do the opposite of that when you're feeling that way. So
for sure. Well, that's a great place to start because the deserve little commentary. By the way, we watched Better Off Dead the other night with our kids.
Oh, I love that.
Funny.
Yeah.
It took a minute for them to warm up. Like, why is this so slow? And why is this, but then you get to it and there's such great lines, so many things. Anyway, but one being this just like, I don't even know now. My brain just quit on me. Shoot.
Uh-oh.
I forgot.
Too many Oreos at night. That'll do
No.
it.
Oh, yeah. Just kind of this idea of like, you think you deserve something. Okay, right. Oh, I want my $2. That was what was making me think about it. Anyway,
sure.
So I was like,
that kid really did deserve his $2, though.
He did deserve his $2. But what our brain lying to us, right? So it's this great example. And one of my kids was like, wow, you could just talk about suicide like this? This feels wrong. Anyway, it was great. Yeah. But the idea of like the brain lying to you, like you're better off dead. You should, I should kill myself because, girlfriend, whatever. Anyway. And so we started talking about how your brain lies to you. And this is a perfect example of your brain, guess what? Wants Oreos and TikTok. So think about it. And it's going to tell you anything to get it. So what it tells you is you deserve it. And guess what? You believe that because everyone wants to feel like they deserve something. So it's this interesting little cycle happening in your little brain. And you're like, yeah, I deserve it. When really, if we just took out the story that you deserve it and just looked at the biology of it, you're just craving rest, energy, relaxation. Like you're craving things because it's been a long day, right?
Yeah. So the energy part being obviously food in this case.
You're fatigued, yeah. So sugar,
yeah,
right.
And its rawest form, sure, okay.
And rawest, most processed form.
Yeah, most processed form. There you go.
Yeah, it's not like sugar cane. You're like, I just want to chew on some sugar cane. Okay, but hold on. So yeah, like we have these very biological needs at the end of a busy day when we're tired. And now we have all these options to give our brain a thing it's craving. So it's craving some dopamine, it's craving some endorphins, it's craving energy, it's craving whatever, because it's depleted, which is why we never make great choices. If you're starving and you go into a grocery store or eat in a terrible restaurant, you're like, I don't care. If it's edible, give it to me.
Sure.
Because we are in a desperate biological state, and that sort of shuts off the good decision-making parts of our brain, right? So when this person, it's a great email because it's like you're actually biologically needing something at the end of the day, and then you ritualized that thing. So I love that use of that word because the sleeve of Oreos and the TikToks was saying, my biology is craving these couple things, and I've created a fun little ritual that I do every night. So this is a habit that's been created, and it's awesome, right? It has all the elements of a good habit. The problem is the person doesn't want that actual behavior. Right? So we just use similar principles to create the book and tea ritual, right? Because a book and tea, they also want to do that. The difference is one is a slow drip of dopamine. The other one is a fast,
quick rush.
Yeah. And so it's so easy to make something that has the quick rush more habitual because it's rewarded so readily and quickly, right? Which is why anything is addictive. It has to have a couple of elements to make it so. But this just is built on. So if I could have Jay in front of me, I'd say, all right, how long have you been doing the Oreo and the TikTok? And they're like, oh, the minute TikTok came online.
The minute Oreos made super stuff Oreos.
Yeah, as soon as there was a sleeve available to me or whatever. Okay. All right, so I would start with, and then, you guys, we can work on one of your habits too, but I would start with this. So everyone think in your head, like, what's the thing you want to shift? Start in your head with, why are you doing it? Like, why is it already so easy to go there? And it might be something like the Oreos are on renewal shopping carts that just show up at your door.
Like Amazon subscribe and save.
Subscribe, yeah, exactly.
Yes, right.
So they're just always available to you. So that could be one reason. This is, the why. The why is going to go from why there's Oreos right there in front of me and TikTok's always available to the deeper why, which is I'm bored, I'm lonely, I'm hungry. I need to sleep. Like there could be, the why is kind of, oftentimes maybe be biological. And then there might be a social component to the why. Why is this what I'm doing? And instead of something else I want to be doing or should be doing, or yeah. So analyzing that can be helpful. So let's go through. We're going to take one we'll use theirs, of course, and then also one of you share one of your things you want to change. You guys got one?
All right.
Off the top of your head?
I mean, I have many. Mine is mostly like this guy's.
It totally is. Yeah.
Last night, Kim made shawarma. It was amazing. We made a video about it. I want everyone to have it
tonight.
It's fantastic food, so good. But it was so good, and she always makes double batches because she likes to give it to neighbors and all this kind of stuff. So there's always extra everywhere. Yeah. And I had plenty there if I wanted seconds, but I'm thinking to myself, this is plenty of food. It's good for me, actually. There's lots of, Mediterranean style food and, pickled onions and, stuff that's good for your guts and all that. And she uses ground turkey and lamb instead of beef, which is better, just less oily, less, whatever. Yeah. And so all these, it's actually a pretty healthy spread, and it's olives and all these other things. So I go to eat it, and I eat it so voraciously, like it's never going to go, like I'm never going to have it again.
like it's the last shawarma on earth.
Yeah. And it's so dumb. That in itself is dumb because, of course, it's not going to be, but I'm just like, oh, this is so good. And then I give myself no time to start to feel full. Instead, I go, well, someone's got to eat this other, I got to have more of this.
Yeah.
And I don't have, my brain's going, no, you don't. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you walking in there? Why is it on your plate already? Why are we already outside eating it again? All of these things. And I don't know why I freaking can't resist that kind of thing. And I think part of it is I don't want to see anything go to waste. Mm-hmm. I have a real weird thing about that. And I think it comes.
Who raised you?
Well, I think it comes from especially in dad's case, especially after the business loss, everything was tracked, carefully placed, spent, saved. Like we were willy-nilly about nothing. And so for me, it was like, if one scrap of this is wasted, I've somehow failed the agricultural universe.
And there were starving children in China.
Yeah, of course. Can't forget the starving children.
Yeah. I think a lot of us
I remember hearing that and being like, what? But I still hate peas.
Brian,
but
what do you have?
Starving children, eat it.
What do you have that's like one that jumps out?
Pastries are my freaking downfall. Like, I'll go to Panera for my free coffee in the morning, and it'll be, oh, they're offering me a free or a $1 bagel today if I just buy a bagel. It's like, all right, I'll get a bagel. Do I get the maybe just a plain bagel or a blueberry bagel or an onion bagel? No, I have to get their stupid cinnamon crunch bagel, which is, a bagel that has been encrusted in some sort of sugary, like cobbler, basically,
yeah.
So I can't do that, every day, but I do it, especially because and here's my justification. Oh, I feel bad because all I do is come in here and get the free coffee, and, they're not getting any additional money out of me. You know what? I'll throw them $1.
Yeah. That's how they get you.
That's how I justify it. It's, I don't need the bagel. Yeah. I want the bagel. But,
I would argue that's why they do that deal is they know people are going to.
Guys, yeah.
For sure. Yeah. They know people feel guilty, or at least they'll be like, oh, you know what? A cherry Danish does sound good today, or that sort of thing.
Yeah, and I didn't have to pay for coffee. I may as well just spend that money on. Yeah, it works really well for them.
Genius.
Yeah.
You know how much money they're making off their coffee that's free? So much. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And it's because of, and they have, what we're going to go into is the 4 principles of habit formation, and they know them. They've paid someone really, really well to make this happen. And so we want to just use the same tools to your advantage to get the thing you want out of this. So, okay, so let's go to both of your stories, actually. Is there a social component or a missing social component to either of your habits?
That's interesting. I was alone because Kim went to take this food to neighbors, so I was eating on my own yesterday. Mm-hmm.
Which is part of the problem.
Yeah, so she took off.
So tell me how, I just said it was part of the problem. Maybe you don't think it is, but what do you, what do you think that impact is on
Okay, there would have been there here. Okay, so the truth of it. Oh, I lost Brian. I think here's video anyway. Brian, do you hear us? His internet may have gone down. All right, we'll let him come back. If Kim had been there, and Carter for that matter. Oh, there you are. Hello.
Instead of having,
you went away for a long time. You're back. Hello, Brian. Are you there? Oh, I think he had a big glitch, and that was some of the things he said between the glitch. I think we just heard that was like a time traveling glitch.
Oh no!
He has left his station. All right. Anyway, what I was going to say was.
Yeah, I'm checking the router.
Oh yeah, you're good now. That was weird.
The internet totally shit the bed just now. It's really weird, and then it zoomed in on me again.
Then it came back. Weird. Anyway, so I would say that if she had been home, her and Carter had been home, they would have told me, "Whoa, Dad, slow down. Yeah. You're good. It's not going anywhere." Or, "Hey, you're not starving. What do you like?" I would have had some of that feedback. So the fact that they were gone, I probably took a little advantage of that and went, "I'm all by myself. Do whatever I want." Yeah, okay. I think that happened a little bit.
All right, so you're telling me on the regular you have baby children telling you to slow down and eat?
Well, she's 28, but
I know.
Yeah, I wouldn't say on the regular. I would say that they are mindful of my goals, because I have some goals that I'm kind of loud about. Like, I don't want any rice. I don't want to eat rice. Rice is my my kryptonite. Blah blah blah, like different things like that. So they're hyper aware of where I want to be. So when I blatantly fly in the face of that, they're pretty quick to go, "Dad, what are you doing?"
Yeah, like you.
Yeah,
they're watching it happen in real time. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. So there's maybe another piece to that, and then Brent will ask about yours. Is that you're not stopping to talk. You're not engaging over food the way food is meant to be engaged over. And the reason for that is it's how our digestion works. Like we never ate alone historically, or maybe we were caught a deer and raw dogging it in the wilderness by ourselves. But for the most part, we are, we're meant to communally eat. Yeah. We truly are. And our biology is indicative of that, in the sense of the 20 minutes to even feel full is a serious amount of time. Mm-hmm. Now, that might be because you're chewing on a bone, or whatever reasons it's delayed. It really is delayed. Whereas our thirst quenching response is almost immediate, right? Mm-hmm. Water will keep us alive. Food is optional in our biology, which is not totally optional, but pretty optional compared to water, right?
Well, time-wise, yeah, you can go 30. You can
a hot minute.
Yeah, you can go for a bit without quite a bit without food. Water, you're done in a day or two, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's not great. And so that from a biological sense makes sense. But modern food you can eat so much of it with high caloric density and low nutrition. So you're still actually kind of hungry and still eating.
Yeah.
That. And then 20 minutes flies by and you're on your third serving, and you're way past what you actually needed. So it is just a setup for this, right? Mm-hmm. It is built for this in terms of whatever. And if you don't have the slowdown of the social or your babysitters there, right, then you're going to keep repeating this. Okay, sure. So Brian, let's do yours, and then we'll get into the core principles, and then this other guy. Yeah, go ahead. What is your, why? Why are you getting free coffee? What's the social part? What's missing or not, or needs to, or is there any social component?
We lost Brian. Hold on. Yeah, he fell out of the audio. Hold on. Crap. Hop back into clean feed. I think he just got kicked out of the clean feed is all.
Oh, okay. Because I would make up this. Either Brian is going to meet someone there to have his free coffee, and then that's really appealing, right?
Sure. Yeah. Heck yeah.
It's just the free is appealing, and
we should say it's not necessarily free as it is.
That's bizarre.
A thing you pay. I think it's $13 a month or whatever it is, Brian. You pay for coffee, and then
your coffee.
Yeah.
And then you go
$11.99 or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not technically free, but it basically, if you're using it often enough, it's basically free.
Yeah. I mean, it's cheaper. Like, I did the math and figured out how much it would cost for me to buy how many bags of coffee I would go through a month. and then take in the driving, the time it takes to get over there, because time is money. So the drive over there is a factor as well, and it's still cheaper for me to go there and get it.
Yeah, especially now because coffee's gone up. But yeah,
but just like Scott was saying about the shawarma, it is a matter of like, I've got to eat this as quickly as possible before the angel on my shoulder says, Brian, you don't need this. You don't need to eat the pastry. You don't need a muffin or a scone or whatever, the cinnamon crunch bagel or whatever it is. So it is a matter of like,
You're not going through a drive-through and saying, I want a coffee, and they hand it to you.
I go in.
Yeah.
I go in because I take my own cup. It's already got my non-fat creamer in there and my Splendas. Like basically, I walk in, I go boop, 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 boop on the little iPad. I say hi to the names of all the employees that I know, all the employees. I know their names. And then I walk over to, in this case, the ice machine, get some ice, put some coffee in there, and I have walk out with a nice iced coffee, which already has my stuff in there.
Okay. Right. And no one is saying, do you want a bagel with that?
Not even. Well, the iPad does.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the iPad says, hey, if you, and here's how it gets you too. It says, if you hit yes in the next 10 seconds, you get a bagel for $1. Like, does it do that for you too,
Oh, yeah,
Scott?
timing. Like they have little timers and stuff.
A little timer.
They've gamified it big time.
They really have. And it it doesn't work every time.
It often does, though. It often works.
It often does. It's like, ooh, a bagel for $1, man. That feels like a good idea. And then I get the worst possible bagel.
I do love to think about the full-time employed human beings that have done all of this to you. Like, there's so many teams who've had 1 million Slack meetings because they need to trick you into doing this. Okay, so you're up against it. Like, this is well orchestrated.
It totally is.
And the social part is, everybody's name. You have a familiar ritual. Again, the word ritual, right?
It is a ritual,
I'm getting so much out of this. And they have decided that $12 a month is not enough for what they're giving you.
Right.
But they're doing it all on purpose. So so there is a social component. And the reason I'm asking about that, and I would ask this person about the sleeve of Oreo and the TikTok. What is the social component about that habit? And it's likely you're interacting one-sidedly, usually, with people. You're laughing, you're seeing how things work. You're getting your community maybe.
Yeah, I'd say that. I mean,
there as well.
There is a, it's not like they talk to me more when I'm getting a bagel than when I'm just getting coffee. I'm sitting there chatting with them for a good couple minutes. And it's that same couple minutes, whether or not I'm just putting ice and coffee in my cup or I'm waiting for them to toast and slice a bagel. I don't get their cream cheese. We have low fat Philadelphia stuff here. So at least there's that on my encrusted with sugar bagel.
Sure.
So at least that fat free's there. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take all 3 of your stories and we're going to we're going to take the 4 principles. You can find this in James Clear's book, Atomic Habits, but it's these 4 principles essentially to make anything become a habit. And so there's a loop that we all have. There's a cue, and the cue is maybe you see your cup in the morning and the craving is I want my coffee, and the response is to go drive there, get the coffee, and then they use this exact thing to get you to buy the bagel.
Sure.
And then the reward is you get your iced coffee and you have your bagel. Okay. Yeah. And now there's your habit. Now there's a whole nother cycle of regret and all of those things, but that's we want to use the actual biology of this to help.
We'll start with the first bad habit first.
Yeah.
Right.
So in your case, we would say, okay, cue, craving, those things are, going and getting the coffee. Your response to how you meet that craving is the thing you want to adjust. And the way to adjust it is here's the 4 principles. You make it obvious what you want, you make it attractive, you make it easy, and you make it satisfying. They have done that for you when it comes to what you're doing, right? So make it obvious is you decide before you go that you will only get your coffee, right? I don't know if it's written on your dashboard of your car, some way to make it very clear what your decision is. And you need to make that decision attractive. right? They've made that bagel really attractive.
They
right?
have.
So you have to figure out how to make your decision more attractive and easy for you. So don't read anything. Just know the button is no and click it without reading it. Maybe is a version of this.
I have to do
so
that. I have to do something like this for a lot of things.
Yeah. And then make it satisfying. So there needs to be something about not buying that bagel that is satisfying. Now, can you buy a bagel?
I'll reward myself with a cherry pastry if I say no to the bagel.
Perfect.
Yeah. Or just really, really savor your coffee, right? Or enjoy the conversation. There are other ways to feel good in life that are not sugar. It's hard to believe, but it's just a fast one. And one is the social part. One is the savoring of your coffee. Another is enjoying the ritual of it. Like, there's different things there. So Scott, yours would be tricky because you probably just need your babysitters to come help you eat.
Sure. Yeah.
But it would be slowing down and savoring, again, this like how to make this more satisfying, because you were not eating for satisfaction.
No.
You were eating like it was going out of style, though it was good. You just didn't give it much time to actually taste good. Take out that you ate too much.
Yeah.
Like take out the judgment of that and just a socializing experience where you are with people you care about, having a chat, and you're really tasting the food.
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound awesome?
It is usually more like that when they're around, now that you mention it. Or if I think about it, when they're around, when they don't take off as soon as it's made and it's fresh and hot and they go to the neighbors, usually we're all there together and we're enjoying it, we're talking or whatever. Yeah. And I would be much slower, much more thoughtful, much more mindful, and probably less likely to grab seconds or thirds than in the other scenario. In the other scenario, I feel like there's a clock ticking. It's weird. It's like...
Yeah, like you're going to get caught sneaking the food.
Yeah.
Right.
If I don't eat this quickly, I'm going to talk myself out of it.
It's not just that. It's also like we're only on this planet once. And I know that seems like a far-flung esoteric way to think about it. But I just go, well, I'm not going to be here forever.
It's not thinking. It's not thinking.
Yeah.
Your brain is lying.
We're not rational at that point in time.
Yeah, it's lying. Like there will never be food again is a lie. Yeah. I deserve this is a lie. All of this stuff is your brain going, I got a great story that's going to justify what we're about to do. Yeah. And it does. So for you, I would, in terms of just making it attractive and easy, satisfying and obvious to eat slowly, is just wait till everyone's home.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I should have done.
Right.
Just have a rule. I eat with people, and when I don't eat with people, I really slow down, or I eat on a smaller plate, or you have some other way to like make it more clear or easier for you to follow what you want to follow, as opposed to...
Yeah. If anything, it's worse right now because I've made good strides in this area and lost weight and gotten to a place where I'm way better off overall. And my most recent labs with the doctor are like, yeah, you're way better. All your stuff's in range. What'd you do? Oh, I just ate less. So I've like done the work, but there's just these moments of like, screw it. This is your last chance.
There's a rebound effect. This is why most dieters gain weight, because we are built to handle starvation periods, and then feast and famine is really our biology. And so if we famine too much and there is food everywhere, we can't sustain a famine because we can actually get to food, right? So it's really tricky. So slow and steady, and maybe have a week or 2 days where you just gorge yourself to like let your body know it's not the winter of 1918 or whatever. It's really interesting. The Minnesota, where I live, by the way, the Minnesota starvation study, you should read it sometime. It's freaky deaky. They would never do it now because it's super unethical, but they put it, and hilariously, it's what most diets are, 1,500 calories. They put all these men on 1,500 calories a day for like a year and a half in order to see what would happen. Could they feed soldiers less? And they were trying to discover like what's the optimal amount of food. And I mean, it destroyed a lot of them for life to just be on what we would call a low calorie diet.
Yeah.
And they would collect cookbooks. They would obsess about food, like the amount. And this was 1930 something, maybe early 40s. So it's not like they could go get Oreos, right? And so we have our biology is no different. And we can create problems for ourselves. So I would be nice to yourself and figure this out. Okay, I want to answer the guy before we run into town. I want to answer the guy's thing really quick. So those 4 principles, let's take. He's got a sleeve of Oreos and he's got his TikTok.
Yeah.
So that is obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. So if we want tea and a book, we need to make the decision and the habit, what he wants to do, obvious. So number 1, remove the Oreos. Number 2, put your phone on bedtime mode or whatever. Have your book available, an awesome book, like super
Something
exciting
you
book
just
you're
can't
looking
put
forward to.
down.
100%. An awesome book. That's to make it attractive, right? We're making it easy by putting it out. We're having the teapot right there, tea-bot, and you need to make it very satisfying. So the way to make it satisfying, obviously, is the good book and your favorite tea, and to really relish that moment. And so you come back to it the next night. You've got to do it more than 2 nights in a row, like they said, because you still probably have Oreos in the house. So get rid of the Oreos. Trust me on this. If the Oreos, it's something like 4 to 5 minutes, a craving may last. That's a long craving. That's like heroin. It's probably longer, but
I get it. I know what you're saying though.
Is that for most food cravings or sort of muscle memory things, we've done it so many times, our body just does it without us even knowing. You've got to give yourself time. On average, it takes about 66 days to change a habit.
Oh, wow. That's way more than what people usually say. It's 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. The 3 weeks, the 21 days was made up by someone who wrote a self-help book.
Some jerk.
It's not based on any science.
Some
liar.
Can you change a habit that quickly? Yeah, if it's a really easy one. But hard habits can take up to almost a year to change. So I'm going to guess at the ripe old 60-day range, he could change this habit forever. You truly eliminate it. You no longer want to go to TikTok and eat a sleeve of Oreos at the end of the night. Like, it will be gone. Mm-hmm. But to extinguish it, you've got to follow these other principles to make it really appealing to you, make it really easy to do, really satisfying, all of those things. You're on your way. But most of us, what we do is we're like, that's hard and I don't want to. And then we go back to, it's just the easy thing. So Scott,
dopamine.
Your homework is to only eat with people. And Brian, yours is to make somehow this iced coffee and that socializing the most satisfying thing, and say, no. And even give yourself
make that part the reward. Yeah.
Yeah. Make that reward. Say to yourself, this is the reward. Just quickly hit no on everything as you scan out. Whatever you got to do, and maybe give yourself a time frame to practice it, so you have a little momentum.
Yeah.
Of for 2 weeks, I'm going to get a coffee every day without a single pastry, and then maybe I'll reward myself once. But
I like that. Yeah. I mean, they've got cinnamon over on the counter. Maybe when I successfully say no, I'll do a little tap of cinnamon into the coffee. It doesn't add any sugar, adds a little flavor, a little bit of a reward.
Sure.
Love it.
I love cinnamon. Put that on everything. Oh man! Of all the spices, is there a better one? I say no.
You'll be hard pressed to find one.
Well, this is all good. I would like this listener also to follow up. Feel like I want to hear how this goes. We're all sharing a very similar experience, I think. Jay in Portland,
for sure,
or Oregon.
Jay,
rather.
another Jay in Oregon. Make sure to buy the breast milk flavored Oreos, and that'll keep you from eating the Oreos while you.
That'll do
TikTok.
it. Or you know what? Even better, those weird Japanese ones or Chinese ones we got. Eat those because they're terrible.
Oh God, they're horrible. Still have the box
no
right here.
sugar in them.
No, they just are. They taste like.
Floral. They taste like perfume.
Yeah. Every time you take a bite, it's like walking through a Macy's and the lady sprays you with their stuff.
Okay, that's actually really great. The only Oreos you're allowed are the ones
that are bad.
Horrible. Great. Yeah.
And then I'll never eat another Oreo again. Yeah.
You really, it's to extinguish a behavior. Absolutely. Okay.
Sure,
also, I have a great idea. If everyone next week could bring some cinnamon with them.
Okay. We're going to do the challenge. Is that what this is?
I have an amazing trick with cinnamon.
No way.
A little bit of cinnamon and sugar. If you have both, great. If you only have cinnamon, great. Everybody bring some. I will I will blow your mind.
Oh my gosh. If it's a way to make it mix in water without clumping or rising to the top, I'm all for it.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
That's not it.
Okay.
But just
That does not happen. Yeah.
Bring some cinnamon and sugar.
That thing's a bastard about
Okay.
that. We'll do it. KnowBetterYou.com. Everybody go sign up for future stuff. You lazy butts, get in there. All right.
Yeah, by the way, decisions have been altered and made, and we are starting a brand new class. We're not going to go back to health and PE in September. I know that's maybe not, it's what was written for a long time and expected, but very fun new changes. So I'm very excited. But the class, a new class, it's a working title, but so I started talking a little bit about happiness in some of our other episodes, because that is what I'm all about today. And so it's a happiness class. And it's going to be the science of happiness and how to freaking feel it more. It's going to be great. That'll be mid-October.
Yeah.
It's not open for registry or anything yet, but you can go to the website and see we're making some changes and doing some things differently.
Cool. Get on the list so that you know when it becomes available.
That's right. Give her your free information, everybody.
Yes,
she is not a scammer. No scammer here.
And bring your cinnamon next time. I'm telling you.
Okay.
It's gonna be.
I'm gonna make a note. We're bringing cinnamon. It's happening.
Bring them
cinnamon sugar if you got it.
Yeah.
I'll bring. You want it in powder form, right? Like a.
Yeah, and if it's cinnamon sugar, awesome. If it's just like you have just like cinnamon in your cupboard, or you don't have a cinnamon sugar mix, like great.
All right.
If I can make a sugar cinnamon mix, I have all the tools. Should I mix it before?
Make a tool.
Okay.
Yeah, put a little bowl. You don't need a lot.
Could I just bring a shot of Fireball? Because that's kind of
no. Oh man,
not the same.
That's a shame.
Ding.
All right, we'll do it. Wendy, have a fantastic week. We'll see you next time. All right, Brian.
Yes, sir.
Got to get some word out here. Anybody listening to this in the food business? Let's say you make Oreos. I don't care. Wherever you are, or whatever you do. If you want me and Brian to do foodie tests of the things you make and do it right here on the air, get an email to scott@frogpants.biz. That's B-I-Z. We want your snacks. All right. After all of that talk with Wendy, we want to make sure to just turn this car around.
Funny timing. Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to mention it earlier, but now it's sounding ironic. But anyway, we do want your snacks, and they can be healthy snacks. We don't care what they are.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But if you're anybody anywhere working the food adjacent world of distribution or wholesale, or you're some kind of small indie farm putting together bottled stuff, whatever it is, we are interested in doing that. We want to have more foodie segments here on the show. That's scott@frogpants.biz. Or you can find all that on the website and let us know. Quick reminder about shows today. Got TMS Friday tomorrow, actually. Monica will be joining us. It's the 10th episode, so she'll be here. Coverville today, not 11, but right after the show.
Right away, yeah. So
as soon as we're done.
I'm going to give me like 15 minutes to reset. And so starting by 10:15, 10:30, but the countdown will start well before then, so you'll be able to jump in there.
Be ready for that. And core today, 1 p.m. Got a big core today, so I say that every time. It's always big, so I don't know why I say that. It's just always huge. Carve out 4 hours of your life and check out core happening today at 1 p.m. Film Sack this weekend, we're doing the new War of the Worlds with Ice Cube because it's so bad we have to. Brian watched it last night. Yeah, how'd it go?
This is one, I swear to God, Scott. Every once in a while we get a movie where it's like, oh, I wish I was watching this with a live watch along with the Film Sack guys.
Yeah.
This is that time because, so many jokes that I make don't translate well to me typing them in a note because it's like that really just applies to that moment. But as you watch it, make a little note how many times you see Ice Cube go, "Get out of there!"
Oh no!
There's a lot of. It's almost like his catchphrase in this film. Get out of there!
Great. Yeah. Well, from the humble beginnings of NWA and the early days with his rap career all the way to this, boy, how far we've come.
I can't tell you how many times I checked how much time was left in the movie. Yeah. Like by doing the little gentle tap on the Apple remote. It's like, oh God, there's still 45 minutes.
Be one of those where you wish there was a way to cut out all the silent moments and then just play it like that.
Exactly. Right.
Well, I'll know that, I guess, better tonight because I'm watching it after core.
Cool.
I would like to feel brain dead on Friday and Saturday. So lots of fun. Anyway, that's all coming up this weekend, and all those shows are available all the places you get your shows. Frogpants.com/TMS is the place for us to tell you to go. That'll be the place where you can sign up for stuff, get song requests, all that sort of thing. Speaking of which, Brian's got a song. What are we playing?
Yeah, this is an artist named L Bell, ELLEBELLE. And I love how Buzzbands, that's a much better name for a music review site. Buzzbands LA reviewed her as it sounds like The National as an 80s pop band. Boy, couldn't describe it better myself. This is the new single Treat Me Right by L Bell.
Oh, this sounds great. I was just thinking about Elle Fanning. I know there's no connection, but
no relation. As a matter of fact, I described the artist as a she, he's a he.
Oh, well, there you go. It's not even, we're not even in the same universe. Anyway,
not even in the same ballpark. Yeah.
But to put a bow on that, I would say I'm very excited about Predator Badlands. Anyway,
well, sure.
That's going to do it for us. Thank you guys for listening. We'll be back, like we said, tomorrow for you patrons. And that's it. That's all. That's all we have. We'll see you next time.
Those pants are made for frogging, if you know what I mean. I actually don't. Frogpants.com.
New.